Welcome to TAO, the Tech and AI Observer podcast, where we dive into the latest developments in the tech world. I'm your host, Sarah, and with me is my curious co-host, Mike.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to learn about all the tech happenings today. What's first on the list, Sarah?
Well, we're starting with some big news from Microsoft. They've laid off roughly 6,000 employees, which is about 3% of their workforce. This move is part of an organizational restructuring, even though they've reported a hefty $25.8 billion in quarterly net income.
Wow, that seems like a lot of people. Do we know why they're restructuring despite such strong earnings?
It's a bit surprising, right? Companies often restructure to streamline operations or pivot to new strategic directions, even when they're financially healthy. It might be about focusing on new priorities or technologies.
Interesting. So what's next on our agenda?
Next up, we have Saudi PIF subsidiary HUMAIN, partnering with NVIDIA to build AI factories in Saudi Arabia. They're starting with 18,000 NVIDIA GB300 AI chips and plan to scale to 500 megawatts of capacity over 5 years.
AI factories. That sounds futuristic. What exactly will these factories do?
They're meant to support sovereign AI workloads and digital transformation initiatives. Plus, they're including workforce training programs and using NVIDIA Omniverse for digital twin simulations.
Sounds like a big step for AI in Saudi Arabia. What's our next topic?
Speaking of NVIDIA, they're also embedding their AI stack into HPE's new private cloud AI solution for India. Their GB300 chips are powering the forthcoming AI factories in Saudi Arabia as well.
So NVIDIA is really expanding its reach in AI across different regions.
Exactly. They're partnering with various companies to push AI technology forward.
What else is happening in Saudi Arabia?
There's a lot of tech investment happening in Saudi Arabia. Oracle, AMD, and Groq have all announced significant AI and cloud infrastructure investments there.
Why is Saudi Arabia attracting so much tech investment?
It seems like they're positioning themselves as a hub for AI and digital innovation, which is attracting major tech players.
Let's move on to the next big topic.
The U.S. Department of Commerce recently withdrew the Biden administration's proposed AI chip export control rule. This happened during a White House visit where a U.S.-Saudi $600 billion investment pledge was announced.
Why would they withdraw such a rule?
It's not entirely clear, but it might relate to fostering international collaboration or avoiding trade tensions.
Got it. What's happening on the other side of the world with Google Cloud?
Google Cloud is collaborating on India's IndiaAI Mission to address public sector AI needs. They're planning to expand data center capacity with new facilities in Navi Mumbai and are partnering with Indian telcos like Airtel.
Sounds like they're really investing in India's AI infrastructure.
Definitely. And they're aiming to offer sovereign cloud services and cost-efficient AI deployments.
Let's hear what's new with HPE in India.
HPE has appointed Bhawna Agarwal as Senior VP and Managing Director for India. They've also celebrated their 6,001st Made in India server and launched a private cloud AI solution in India.
That's a lot of developments. How does their AI solution work?
It combines NVIDIA's AI stack with HPE GreenLake storage and compute to accelerate generative AI applications.
Fascinating. Now, what's Google up to with their AI and devices?
Google is expanding its Gemini AI assistant beyond Android phones to cars, smartwatches, Google TV, and Android XR headsets. They're also introducing Material 3 Expressive UI updates for future Android and Wear OS releases.
They're really integrating AI into everything. What about the AI mode button I heard about?
They're testing a redesign of the search homepage to replace I'm feeling lucky with an AI mode button in Google Labs.
Very cool. Now let's talk about Audible.
Audible is rolling out an AI audiobook production pipeline with AI-generated narration and forthcoming AI-powered translation.
AI-generated narration, how does that work?
Publishers can choose managed production or use over 100 AI voices, with optional human review for cultural and linguistic accuracy.
Sounds like a big change for audiobooks. What's next?
API Holdings, which includes PharmEasy and Thyrocare, has partnered with IBM to deploy IBM Instana for AI-driven automated observability.
What are they hoping to achieve with this partnership?
They've already seen a 30% reduction in mean time to resolution (MTTR) and improved developer productivity.
Impressive. Moving on, what's happening with Databricks?
Databricks announced a $1 billion acquisition of Neon, a serverless Postgres provider tailored for AI agent workloads.
That's a hefty investment. What does Neon bring to the table?
The Neon team will join Databricks to enhance its data intelligence platform focusing on AI workloads.
All right, let's talk about TA Connectors next.
TIA Connectors Private Limited raised 22 crore in a Series A round to expand manufacturing of industrial interconnect solutions for EV, aerospace, and defense.
Why is this important for India?
This expansion helps reduce India's import reliance, boosting local manufacturing capabilities.
Great to hear. Now what's Google DeepMind up to?
Google DeepMind launched Alpha Evolve, a Gemini-powered coding agent that generates and refines algorithms with automated evaluators.
What can Alpha Evolve do?
It's shown gains in data center orchestration, TPU design, and mathematical problem-solving with early academic access planned.
Exciting stuff. What's happening with Zepto?
Zepto introduced Zepto Atom, a premium subscription offering hyperlocal, real-time sales and engagement insights for brands on its food delivery platform.
That sounds useful for businesses. What else does it include?
It features an AI assistant, Zepto GPT, to help brands optimize their operations.
Very interesting. Now let's discuss SoundCloud.
SoundCloud revised its terms of use to prohibit training generative AI models on user-uploaded audio.
Why did they make this change?
To address user concerns and clarify their AI training policies, ensuring user content isn't used without permission.
Makes sense. Moving on to OpenAI, what's new there?
OpenAI launched a safety evaluations hub to publish ongoing results of internal model safety tests.
Why is this important?
It increases transparency amid community criticism about harmful content, jailbreaks, and hallucinations in AI models.
Good to know they're addressing those issues. What's next with Stability AI?
Stability AI, in collaboration with ARM, released Stable Audio OpenSmall, a stereo audio generation model for offline inference on smartphones.
What can this model do?
It's capable of generating brief sound effects directly on smartphones, which is pretty cool for mobile applications.
Definitely. Now let's talk about Tensor 9.
Tensor 9 raised $4 million in seed funding to help software vendors deploy solutions on premises or in the cloud.
What's their main focus?
They're addressing enterprise data security concerns, which is a big deal for businesses.
Absolutely. What's happening with TensorWave?
TensorWave secured $100 million to expand AMD-powered GPU clusters for AI training, projecting over $100 million in run rate revenue by year-end.
That's a significant expansion. Why the focus on AMD-powered clusters?
AMD's technology is well suited for AI training, offering powerful processing capabilities.
Fascinating. Now let's discuss XAI.
XAI missed its May 10th deadline to publish a finalized AI safety framework. The initial draft faced criticism for vagueness on risk mitigation.
What issues are they facing?
There are ongoing safety issues with their Groq chatbot, and the framework needs more clarity on risk mitigation strategies.
Hopefully they can address those soon. What's new with Harvey AI?
Harvey AI announced the integration of Anthropic and Google Foundation models alongside OpenAI offerings after big law benchmarks.
What does this mean for the legal field?
They'll launch a public leaderboard for legal task performance, driving transparency and innovation in legal AI applications.
Very interesting. Let's talk about Perplexity AI next.
Perplexity AI is partnering with PayPal and Venmo to enable direct in-chat purchases for pro users in the US.
How will this work?
It'll streamline agentic commerce with single-click checkouts, making transactions more seamless.
That's convenient. Finally, let's wrap up with Foxconn.
Foxconn reported a 91% year-over-year jump in Q1 net profit, driven by strong demand for AI servers assembled for NVIDIA.
That's an impressive profit increase. What's driving this demand?
The growing need for AI servers and continued electronics manufacturing are major factors.
Well, that's all the topics for today. Thanks for sharing all the insights, Sarah.
My pleasure, Mike, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in to TAO. We hope you found today's discussion informative. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world of tech.